There are court moments that make you lean forward, and then there are moments that make you ask whether the Constitution was left outside the courtroom. Today is one of those moments. Mthobisi told the court he was arrested on 30 June 2020, but only received his notice of rights on 26 October 2020. Count the days, that is 118 days later. This timeline raises deeply troubling legal questions that deserve careful scrutiny. Was this simply an administrative failure, or does it point to something far more serious? Because rights are not souvenirs to be handed over months later. They exist to protect every person from the very first moment the power of the state is exercised. Stay with me, because what Advocate Mnisi leads Mthobisi through next is not just another courtroom exchange. It is evidence that may leave you questioning how this investigation was conducted from the very beginning. Watch the clip, listen carefully to every word, and then decide for yourself whether this was justice in action or a constitutional alarm bell that can no longer be ignored. Here it goes.
Is there anything further which he said after you had told him that on the 26th of October 2014 you were staying in Joburg?
Kukhona ke okunye futhi akushilo emva ukuthi wena umtshela ukuthi wena mhla ka-26 October ngo-2014 ubuhlala eGoli.
Into ayikhuluma ngayo nje yena ile yase Vosloorus ukuthi kwabulawa usenze Vosloorus.
The only thing that he mentioned is about Vosloorus, where he said Senzo was killed in Vosloorus. And he further said that he has evidence that I was the one that killed Senzo. That's all that he said.
Thank you. And then what happened? Did they leave? Did they continue to do anything? What happened? Did they take you along? What happened?
Ngaphinde ngabizwa futhi omunye owalaba wangaphosisi labantu babo 56 akusakhumba 567.
If I'm not mistaken, these people were about 5, 6 or 7.
Omunye wangithatha nje wena emiceleni wafika wangichazela ukuthi uzothatha iDNA yami.
And one of them just took me to the site and then explained to me that he was there to come and collect DNA samples.
Wangichazela ukuthi ngabahamba uhamba uzoyisa uphi laboratory angazi denjalo ukuthi kuyocheckwa igazi lami ukuthi alihlangana nini nalokho abakufunayo.
And then he further told me that they will take the sample to the lab for analysis just to check if I'm not connected or they cannot get what they want.
Kodwa ngichazela ngake kodwa kahle ukuthi kungani mhlambe yini efunwayo yabona ngitholanga ulwazi lapho.
But I was not given a proper explanation of exactly what they were looking for.
Nama akukho ngikulandele kakhulu ngoba into zomthetho sometimes esenyangizazi.
Even on my side, I did not follow that much since I don't know much about the law.
Now, this person who said he was requesting to take your DNA, ultimately what did he do to you?
Manje ke lo ke owathi ke ulapha uthathe DNA wenzeni wena?
Wakhipha nje enye into wayifaka la emaceleni kolukuzana kwamazinyo ami ngaphakathi.
He took some instrument or something and then put it on the side of my tooth inside.
Are you able to describe what he put, that which you are referring as to something? Are you able to describe it?
Noma ngichaze kodwa mara into nyana nje so yabayithatha kuhlala kimi abasefaka omunye plastic phakathi.
I cannot be able to explain it, but it's just something that he put it and then brushed it inside and then inserted it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Wawuvala plastic wakhona wathi angibheke ukuthi uyavala plastic wawuvala plastic.
He put it inside the plastic and then he closed that plastic or sealed the plastic and said I should also observe what he is doing, that he has sealed it inside the plastic. And then he showed me and said, you see, I've sealed the plastic. And then he started packing his things and then thanked me, and that is it. That's what happened.
Is there anything further that happened on that day or at that moment?
kukhona futhi okunye okwenzekele khona ngalesikhathi lesiya noma ngalosuku lolo?
Hayi akubanga izinto eziningi kakhulu ezenzeka nje lokho nje okwenzeka nje la.
It, that is the only thing that happened on that day.
And you're saying this is on the 30th of June 2020?
Yeah, we did June 2020.
Yes.
Then subsequent to that, did you have any interaction with the investigating team? Did those people come back to you and say, hey, this is still a follow-up to our coming here on the 20th of June 2020? Or
Manje emva kwalokho
what
ke
happened?
ilungu leli labaphenyi ke liye laphinda futhi laza kuwe lathi ke sesibuyile futhi ke ukulandelela kuloko siqalile ngaphambilini.
No, akekho kwabuya kimi mhlawumbe ungitshela ukuthi kwenzakalani.
Yes.
Nobody or no one came back to me just to come and let me know of the outcomes or what was happening or what is happening.
Umuntu nje wazi wabuya ngo-October. Kwabuya okuzi 26 October. Kwabuya umkhulu lo sisi lona mhlala.
The only person that came back, the date was on the 26th October. It was Mofola, the lady that normally sits here.
Ahamba namaphoyisa lawelokhuzana lawo omgwaqo.
Then she was in the presence of the traffic police.
Bafika ke lapho bephethe liphepha nje so.
They had with them a document,
Bafika bangitshela ukuthi kusasa ngiye court.
and they told me that I was to appear in court the following day.
Bangitshela iphepha lami lama right leli.
They also informed me that that document is my document for the rights.
Bathi angisign.
They said I should sign it.
Masayina.
I signed.
Noma saqalisa ngabona kahle kahle ngembono yabo kodwa ngasayina base kuyahamba nami ngabuyela section.
Even though we're not on the same page, but I ended up signing the document.
Yes, and then what happened?
Kwasebenzakala.
They left, and then what happened subsequently?
Base
On
bahamba.
26 October. Is that all that happened on 26 October?
Yebo ngoba sase reception lapho nje la okwenziwa khona ama copy yabo ekwelinye office lomunye ucaptain lapha wesifazana.
Yes, that is what happened because at that time we were at the reception in an office where they normally make copies, and it was an office that belonged to a female captain.
La ngisayidela khona ke emva lokho ngahamba ngoba babethengizwa ecourt ngakusasa ngaye court.
That is where I signed, and since they already informed me that I were to appear before the court the following day, I then left and appeared in court the following day.
That testimony was difficult to listen to, not because it was dramatic, but because of what it potentially suggests. If Metabisi timeline is accurate, we're not talking about a minor paperwork issue. We're talking about a period of 118 days between his arrest and the date on which he says he was given a notice of rights. That is precisely why every date and every document in this trial matters. The Constitution was never designed to protect only the innocent. It exists to protect everyone from the unlawful exercise of state power. The moment we start treating constitutional rights as optional, or as documents that can be delivered whenever convenient, we're no longer debating procedure. We're debating the integrity of the criminal justice system itself. In this instance, he was told Senzo Mayua's death point to him. No rights read. DNA was taken from him. No rights read. This is shocking. Wow. And here's the irony. The same state that expects absolute compliance from every citizen must itself be held to the higher standard of compliance. The Constitution is not a one-way street. It binds the police just as much as it binds the public. This testimony doesn't by itself determine whether anyone's rights were violated. That is ultimately for the court to assess based on all the evidence. But it unquestionably raises serious questions that deserve answers. As always, don't take my word for it. Go back to the testimony, examine the dates, examine the documents, and reach your own conclusion. Justice is strongest when it is built on facts, not assumptions. Before you go, I want to say a heartfelt thank you to every single one of you for watching, subscribing, commenting, sharing, and challenging the conversation with respect. Your support means more than you know. We're now on the road to 9,000 subscribers, and that's only possible because of this incredible community. If you believe in following the evidence, asking the difficult questions, and keeping these important court proceedings in the public eye, Please help us reach that next milestone. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update, and share this video with someone who cares about justice and accountability. To our loyal subscribers and channel members, thank you for standing with this channel every step of the way. Your support keeps this conversation alive. Let's keep growing together. Road to 9,000 subscribers. Let's make it happen. Skybridge signing out. Until next time. Bye.